Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. This is Sam Ongoro. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. My YouTube name is Sam Ongoro. Thank you so much for those who have subscribed and those who are about to. May God bless you so very much. Now, today I want to talk about something that is a bother or a worry to so many people. A lot of people in this life are not willing to try something new just because they are afraid of mistakes. A lot of people are afraid of making mistakes. And guess what? If you don't try, then you will never learn a lesson. At least if you make a mistake, you will have a lesson to take to the next adventure. Let me take you through something here. So precious that makes you is through mistakes, through lessons that we learn from our mistakes that makes us perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that if milk gets bad, if milk gets bad, it becomes yogurt. If milk, it turns bad. It turns to be yogurt. If it becomes bad, that is milk. And the yogurt is more valuable than milk. Did you know that? So if milk it gets bad, it turns to be what? Yogurt. And mind you, yogurt is more valuable than milk. Let me surprise you even more. And if it gets worse, it turns into cheese. It turns into cheese, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? Cheese is more valuable than both yogurt and milk. Did you know that? If it gets worse, it turns to be cheese. And cheese is more valuable than both yogurt and milk. And if, let me say again, and if grape juice turns sour, if grape juice turns sour, ladies and gentlemen, it transforms into wine. It transforms into wine. If grape juice turns sour, it transforms into wine, which is even more expensive than grape juice. Did you know that? Wine is more expensive than grape juice. And yet it is grape juice when it turns sour that it transforms to wine, which is more expensive than grape juice. You are not bad because you made mistakes in the past. You are not bad because you made mistakes in your past. You are not bad because you have made mistakes. It is through mistakes that we become perfect. Mistakes are experiences that makes you more valuable as a person. Mistakes is what makes you more valuable as a person. Because of what? You've gained experience. This is what people say. Quitters never win. Honestly, quitters never win. And the winners never quit. That is the true life experience I'm trying to put across to you or anyone who can listen to me. So mistakes are experiences. Just take this. If you can't take anything, take this one thing. Mistakes are the experiences that makes you more valuable as a person. Let me surprise you what people who made mistakes and ended up conquering the world or making the best out of the mistakes that they made. It was meant to be a mistake, but yet it became the world most achievement. Now, let me go through. A guy, do you remember a guy by name Christopher Columbus? Christopher Columbus made a navigation error. This guy Christopher Columbus made a navigation error that made him discover America. Imagine it was an error, it was a mistake. He made a navigation error, and that error turned out to be a blessing to him. He is through that navigation error that made the guy discover America. Imagine, brothers and sisters, this guy thought he was making a mistake of his lifetime, yet he ended up discovering America. America, a land of opportunity. It was a mistake that he made, and yet it ended up doing what? To be the achievement, something that he had achieved, something that he achieved that made him a hero. Let me tell you another guy here. Alexander Flemings. Alexander Flemings mistakes. He made a mistake that led him to invent penicillin. This guy, Alexander Flemings, made a mistake that led him to discover penicillin, a medicine. This guy made an error. He was supposed to do something else or to make something else, but he made a mistake, and yet that mistake ended up to be a blessing to him, to Alexander Flemings. Imagine those things I'm telling you, you can Google. Alexander Flemings' mistake made him discover penicillin. Those of you know penicillin, what it is, it's a medicine that has helped a lot of people in the entire world. It was a mistake he made. And yet, ladies and gentlemen, he discovered penicillin. That's Christopher Flemings. So what am I trying to say here? What I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, don't let your mistakes get you down. Don't let your mistakes get you down, ladies and gentlemen. It is through mistakes that we learn a lesson. It is through mistakes that we gain experience that makes us perfect in our next adventure. So don't allow your mistakes to put you down as a person. At least you are doing something. When you make mistakes, that's a sign that you are trying to do something in your life. So don't let your mistakes get you down. It is not a practice that makes it's not practice that makes perfect, but it is through mistakes that we learn from that mistakes, and then we become perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, you can try as many times as you can. Don't go shoulder down just because of your past mistakes. We are vulnerable to make mistakes, but yet mistakes are part and partially of our life. We cannot avoid mistakes as long as we are alive and breathing. Mistakes are part of us. So don't be so scared to try again. Ladies and gentlemen, have you tried some business before and it never worked? Don't give up. Try again. If that business didn't work, try another business. Have you been in a relationship, ladies and gentlemen? In that relationship, you gave your all, but it turns out to be nothing in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've gone through that, at least you have a good experience. Excuse me. You have learned a lesson. You've known your mistakes that made you or made the relationship not to last. So now, for your next relationship, take that experience there. At least you are not starting. You are starting somewhere. So you are ahead of the rest of us because you tried a relationship and didn't work. Now, where you'll start, you'll not start where you started in your first relationship. You will carry that experience to make your next relationship work out, ladies and gentlemen. Have you tried to go to school? Maybe it didn't work. My brother, my sister, change the course of your education. Go, you've got experience. You know where you've made mistakes. Correct them and move forward. The problem is, mistakes will be a problem to you when you don't learn nothing from your past mistakes. But the mistakes are supposed to teach us something that will help us in our tomorrow. If you've failed as a father before, if you failed as a mother, hey, that is not the end of the world. Guess what? Tomorrow is brighter than yesterday and today combined. So what you need to do, try even harder. Try harder. Don't be scared. Don't be coward. Don't sit down and feel sorry for yourself. Stop pitying yourself. A lot of people have made mistakes. Go read the book about the history of a guy who invented KFC, the owner of KFC. He tried so many businesses before, but the guy was determined. The guy never gave up. The guy tried a lot of businesses. He tried being embroidered, but nothing was working. But the guy was not going to give up. The guy was persistent. The guy was really, he tried, he worked until he discovered KFC, which is the world most brand that everybody enjoys. The guy discovered that when he was 65 years old. That's when he made it. But before then, go read his history. He tried. A lot of people, when they are 50, 60, you think it's the end of the world, it's the end of your life. No, there is no age that you cannot begin afresh. There's no age that, so long as you are able to breathe and are alive, you can start at any age. Age is not a barrier. It's only a barrier if you allow it in your mind. And I always tell people, everything starts in your mind and ends there. If you feed your mind that you cannot do it, guess what? You will not do it. But if you tell your mind that who does it is also a man. I mean, all these things I see people doing, they're men like me. These are women like me. So what is the difference between me and them? Nothing. We are all created by the Almighty God. And God instilled something in us that is inbuilt. Everybody has something built in them that can help them or that can propel them to the next level. It is us who limit ourselves in our mind. And we also try to limit God. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no age that you cannot start or offer. If it's marriage, I've seen women or men getting married at 70, 80. I've seen people pulling through life and they become successful at 70, at 80. How people will remember you is not through the mistakes that you've made in your life or in the past. People will remember you, how did you finish? People will not remember you how you started and in between, but the people will remember you after you depart from this world, how you finished, how you ended, how you left this world. That's how people will remember you. Na wengi wanasema hafadhali ukonde saa hii unaone kesho. That's what people say. So don't allow your mistakes to put you down. Yes, you went to school, you lacked the school fees. You didn't finish your school fees. Hey, try even going to any school that you can afford. My brother, go jifunze masonry. Jifunze kutengeneza makucha. Learn how to do hair. Learn how to do facial. Learn how to be a salesperson. You can learn on the job. And guess what? You can do it. All these people that you see, they're doing very well in this world. Imagine there are people, if given the same opportunity as those who are doing very well in the world, those people that you know, whose names is who, there are some people who can do better than them. It's only that they have not been given that opportunity and a chance to do that. But don't bury your dreams. Keep trying. Be persistent. Ladies and gentlemen, quitters never win. Quitting should not be in your vocabulary. Just because you failed yesterday, it doesn't mean you fail tomorrow. No. Shake that off your head and soldier ahead. Work hard. Whatever that opportunity you had, you missed it and you made a mistake. Hey, that's not the end of the world. You were in college, you were in school, you got pregnant. Don't sit there. Stand up and try something else. So long as you are able to eat and breathe, ladies and gentlemen, you can do it. Age is not a barrier, age is not a limit. Kara is not a limit. Kara is not a barrier, nor is a tribe. The tribe is not a barrier. Ladies and gentlemen, we all have made mistakes in life. Some mistakes that we regret, some mistakes that we'll take with us to our graves. But that does not stop us from trying again and again. So long as you're able to breathe, talk, and work, ladies and gentlemen, try. Keep on trying. Keep on trying. Don't give up. Don't just sit there. Don't feel sorry for yourself. By the way, these people that you think out here, that they care about you, nobody cares about you. You tried a relationship that didn't work. That is not the end of the world. You have a life to live. At least now you have experience, and it's through experience that will become perfect. Imagine somebody who's starting a business today and somebody who started yesterday and they failed. They will not start from the same level. You have an advantage because you are one step ahead. Keep on trying until you find where your best lies. So don't allow your mistakes to put you down. You are from a family that is so poor. That is not the end of your life. To be born poor in a poor family, there is no problem with that. But dying poor, that is where the problem lies. We need to work hard and improve our lives. If anything, we need to fight poverty. There's no need of fighting against one another. The war that we as human beings are trying to fight and get rid of is poverty. That is a thing that we need to work together, but not competing against one another. Ladies and gentlemen, life is too sweet. If anything, let's work hard. Even the Bible says clearly, if you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't work, you go to work sometimes, you don't get paid. Sometimes you wake up in the morning, you go trying to get a kiparua, and you don't get, and you come home. Don't feel sorry for yourself. If you didn't get today, it doesn't mean that tomorrow you'll not get. Don't give up. Ladies and gentlemen, never give up. Quitting should not be an option in your life or in your genes. Work very hard. Work very hard. And fear God. How do you fear God? The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. God will give you wisdom. So don't allow mistakes that you've made in the past to put you down. You stopped going to church because you messed on the way, or you backslided. That's not the end of the world. Find another church and go. We are all serving God. Find a good church and go. We are all serving the same God. Let's not fight or protect so much our religion. Religion will not help you see the kingdom of heaven. We need to receive salvation. So if you went to church and you backslided, that's not the end of the world. Go find another church. Go there and worship to God. And God will answer your prayers. Imagine God knows your desires before you even ask Him. God is waiting for us to ask Him. Go to Him, kneel down, and cry to Him. And ladies and gentlemen, He answers. Our God does not sleep. Our God is omnipresent. So pray to God to guide you and give you the strength to soldier on. Quitting is not an option. I hope this can encourage someone. If you have made mistakes a lot in your life, that is not the end of the world. At least you have an experience. And it's through that experience that makes you perfect. I met a lady who told me, I was once married and divorced. Now, my younger siblings will not listen to me because she was trying to advise her young sister. And the sister told him, how can you advise me when your own marriage didn't work? Your own marriage didn't work, so you can't advise it. What the younger sister forgot is that now the sister has experience. And it's through experience that it will become perfect. You can also find someone who's never been married before. But again, they can help you. They can advise you. It's only a fool who does not listen to people. Listen and pick 1, 2, 3 things. You don't need to take everything. But listen more than you talk. You'll be able to learn 1 or 2 things from the way people are advising you or talking to you. Listening will not cost you anything. And I always tell people, tujifunze kunyamanza, midomo yetu ikuwe na vituo, ili hekima iwe ufunguo wa midomo yetu. Let wisdom help us open our mouth. Don't just speak anyhow, but listen more. You learn more if you listen than talk. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And my YouTube name, as always, it is Sam Ongoro. Thank you for those who have subscribed and those who are about to. May God bless you, touch you in a special way. Our God is the owner of the universe, of the world. He created each and every one of us in His own image. We are wonderfully and fearfully created by our God. Let us fear God, and the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. Till next time, may God bless you, and bye-bye.